just doing this really random video. Hope you guys enjoy it. It's really bleh. I just decided to make one because it's been a while since I made a video. And Sadie and I went on a little adventure today and got a betta fish. And if you know me, I love fish keeping. So, not an expert on betta fish, but everybody has a betta fish at least once in their life. I've had one about 20 years ago, and we'll see how that goes. So, this is the goldfish tank. Still got Chubs and Elmo and Unknown. I think I'm gonna call him Nugget. I'm not sure. Haven't named him yet because I don't know if he's a boy or a girl. Gotta sex him soon. I am going to go hunting for ghost shrimp. I have 3 of them in here, and I'm gonna move them to the Betta tank so he has a cleanup crew, and so he's not alone. And there they are. I didn't record fishing them out because they were a pain in the butt to get. I have one more in there somewhere. They do disappear here and there. I had a total of 5 of them. I gave one to my roommate for her little glowfish tank, and then I had 4. One of them disappears off and on. It's really funny. And these 2 are the main ones that hang around. And then I had a really big one that actually jumped out of the tank, and I didn't know, and unfortunately when I got home it was all dried out on the floor, or on the little side table. But I'm going to put these 2 in the Betta tank, so he's not alone. And because it is an under gravel filter system, some of the leftover food does fall in the bottom, so it might be a good idea to put them in here, and they could go hide under the rocks. That little cave right there, and there's another little indent on this side. But before I actually put them in there, I want to acclimate them to his water for a few minutes. So yeah, these are the ghost shrimp. Right now they're a little blue, actually, because of what they've been eating. But they are amazing. Oh, let me focus. They are amazing for cleaning up, and fairly easy priced, and they're kind of cool to watch. So I'm gonna leave them to acclimate here for 10-15 minutes, and then I'm going to put them in the Betta tank. So it's been about 15 minutes, and they should be nice and acclimated to this by now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to introduce them to the tank, and they'll do their jobs. And they'll keep them company too. Now before I throw them in there, there is little caves that I made that they can get into under this rock by using little rocks that make little pillars. And then same thing on the other side. I use rocks, but I made little pillars, so they'll be able to get in and out. So if they need to hide, they will. But they don't bug fish, so he's not very aggressive, so they should be fine with him. I just cracked that. Yes, I did. Stand by. Okay. These little cups that you get fishing are cheap. So let's start the process. I'll put them all on that side. We're going to run around until they realize that they can go down. We'll put the lid back on. So that they don't jump out. This is a better tank in general for them right now, anyways. Because it has a lid. They're just running circles. No, it looks like one of them settled on the bottom. So I'm chilling under the rocks. The other one's just running circles. Where you going, buddy? Go join your other friend. Now a little about this tank. I've had it for a while, believe it or not. My one-year-old goldfish was in here for a couple months. Somebody had bought the bigger goldfish chubs for me, well, for my daughter, and she knew nothing about goldfish, and she didn't know they couldn't live in these tiny tanks, so she bought this, and we kept him in here for a little bit, but after a few months I did put him in a 10-gallon, and now he is in the 30-gallon, but I didn't know what to do with this tank. And I thought, well, why not a betta fish? They're, you know, simpler, good little fish, and I wanted my daughter to pick something out. And we have a lot of goldfish, so I figured we'll try a betta because I haven't had one in a long time. And I was like, okay. So it's just a little 3-gallon with the LED. It's got a under gravel filtration, some river rocks, and some old pond stones from my old apartment. That's what we used to cycle it. It's still, because it was from, we put in another fish tank that was cycled. So yeah, we're using that, and we use the Prime, which is actually some really good water conditioner, because it not only conditions the water to make it safe, but it also detoxifies the ammonia, the nitrates, and the nitrates. So it's really good for when you're starting out tanks too, because it makes it more livable while it's cycling, and it kills the toxins pretty fast. It's been tested. So yeah, and him, believe it or not, we saved him from a 99-cent store. There's a 99-cent store in Fontana off the corner of Foothill and Citrus, right next to, I want to say, Superior. And they actually sell the fish now at the 99-cent store, and they are $2, but he's fairly young, and he was there for a little bit, so I figured why not, instead of make him suffer in a little cup and most likely die. I was like, we'll try our hand with the betta fish, and Sadie really liked him. She picked him out, so we haven't quite named him yet, but we'll keep you posted. So yeah, and it's the story about this little tank. So yeah, and we put the ghost shrimp in there, and we'll see how they do. There he is, going to his little cave. Just wanted to check on them. It's a little bit later in the day, and looks like they're doing just fine. There's one of them. He utilizes this rock cave, and the other one, kind of hard to see, but he's under that one. So they found their little homes. I guess instead of living together and being roommates, they want to be neighbors, but that's fine. The goldfish hasn't, the betta hasn't really messed with them. They kind of ran into each other, when the shrimp was running around, and he kind of just ignored them, just doing his own thing. So this actually probably worked out really well. It is a 3 gallon, so 2 shrimp should be fine. I'll probably put a couple more in there, get a little plant or something for them to hide in. But for right now, since it's a new tank, this will do. He's so happy. Because it is a new tank, I'm doing water changes every couple of days, just 20%, and replacing it with warm water to keep the water warm. And it seems to be working out for him. He's so happy when I change the water. Also, not gonna lie, it's been a long time since I had a betta fish, so I mostly focus around goldfish, and if anybody's got some pointers or some tips, I'm fairly well educated on them, but if anyone has some experience or anything they want to share for a long, thriving, healthy betta fish, any advice for the tanks, tank mates, foods, stuff like that, feel free to comment and let me know. It would be greatly appreciated.